What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Nikola Jokic is doing Nikola Jokic things, but on an even grander stage, at an even higher level. And I want to talk about Mark Jackson real quick because that guy's an absolute idiot, and there's a reason he doesn't have a job. But I want to talk about Jokic and why he's awesome when it comes to playing basketball, and especially in the playoffs. All right? Before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But let's start with Mark Jackson. There's a reason you don't have a head coaching job in the NBA, dude. You didn't vote Nikola Jokic as a top 5 MVP player. You left him out of your top 5. There was no universe where he was any lower than 3. None. That's all you need to know about why Mark Jackson is not getting coaching jobs, and no one will ever give him one ever again. Stupid, idiotic opinions like that. All right, let's just rest that case. Now, Jokic in the playoffs has stepped his game up even higher. This is, a 2-time MVP, could have been 3, and he was going from like 25, 13, and 9 in the regular season. And in the playoffs, round 1, he had 26, 13, and 9. So it amped it up just a little bit more, right? Round 1, they kind of smoked Minnesota. It wasn't really all that. Like, the games were kind of competitive, but Denver dominated, largely in part due to Jokic, right? Now we're in the second round against Phoenix right now. The game is on right now for Game 6. And before this game, he's averaging 35 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. And he's been the best player on the floor with a floor that is holding him, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker. Those three guys have all been amazing, but Jokic is the best player on that floor. His shooting splits 58% from the field, 47 from 3, and then 83 from the line. And the way he scores it's comical because there's nothing you can do to it. He can shoot 3 a little bit, obviously by the 47% from range. He can draw his fouls, right? But then you get these like one-legged runners from 12 feet. You get these slow post-ups that turn into easy layups. You get the hook shots, and then you get the fade away off one leg. Like, just all these unnatural-looking shots that are just cash, like, almost every time. The dude's legitimately been historic. He put up 53 in Game 4 and was the best player on the floor in that game by a large margin. And, when you put up 53 in the playoffs, I don't care who you are. That is impressive. That doesn't happen very often. The thing you got to love about him is he controls the game at such an elite. I don't think there's a better player in the NBA at controlling the pace of a game or controlling the tempo of a basketball game than him. Because while he's not the most athletic guy on the planet, he doesn't move very fast. They play at a very high pace from time to time, and then they can play at a very slow pace. They can play moderate. All this is due to him being very flexible in how he plays, right? He doesn't need the ball the entire time. He has a high usage rate, but he doesn't need the ball. If Michael Porter Jr. is having a game, he's going to let him do his thing. He's going to help. He's going to facilitate that. If Jamal Murray's having a ball game like he has had many times in the playoffs, he's going to help facilitate that. He's not going to take the ball out of their hands. He's going to put them in positions to succeed. While those guys could go for 35, and you won't even see it. But like, I got 28, 14, and 13, and it's amazing the way he's able to do that. In the playoffs, he has a positive net rating of 13.7. That's, I think, is like the highest one in the playoffs right now. Differential being, his defense has been very, very quality. It's been good. What I've really liked to see out of his defense is that he's putting a lot more attention to detail in the screen and roll. Going into this Phoenix series, there was all this that Kevin Durant and Devin Booker were just going to destroy them in the pick and roll. And while Booker and Durant are making tough shots and they're hitting at a high clip, they're not really destroying them in the screen and roll like that. So, Jokic has done a pretty good job stepping up and then switching off and kind of at least making it competitive out there. And I think when he's engaged defensively, and then that leads to him getting more rebounds, leading more transition plays, because obviously he's kicking that ball out and letting it fly and getting his team out on the run. There's just so many good things that you can see and watch, and when he plays, it's you can't enjoy it. There's no way. It's the most unorthodox player. He's the most unorthodox player in the NBA in terms of pace, how he gets his points, and the passing, the no looks, just all the flash that's with him, while largely being a very unathletic person. Like, I don't even like that term for him anymore. Unathletic. He's not the fastest and he doesn't jump out the gym, but he is very athletic and he's very smart. And he's got great IQ. He knows how to pass the damn ball. That's athletic. You got to know how to make the right pass. You got to know how to make the right read, and then he makes them that are just like nobody else in the league is making that pass. That's tough. Jokic is tough. There's no way around that. There's not many players in the league that can carry a team, but like also like just quietly do it. Like he's got games where you're like, oh, he had 32 points, 17 rebounds, and 15 assists. You're like, damn, like it just happens so effortlessly. Like he does, it feels like he doesn't even have to try out there to do this, and it's hilarious. I love it. It's comical to watch because there's nothing you can do. Being the way he is, I just love guys that can carry a team but also play within the flow of a team, right? So if other guys got it going, they don't really need to be the main star of the show. They can kind of step aside and then elevate those guys and let them be even better than they're already being. He's one of the very few guys in this league that can do that, and he does it probably the best out of anybody because dudes like Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, they all get paid, right? And there's one common denominator with why those guys are getting paid. They play with Nikola Jokic, and they're also really good basketball players. I just think he's a maestro in every facet of the game, and it blows my mind that Mark Jackson didn't have him top 5. Like, I knew Mark wasn't exactly the greatest basketball opinion or basketball mind in the world, but like not having him top 5 that's a joke. But anywho, how you guys feeling about Jokic's his playoff run so far? I've been absolutely blown away by someone that blows me away every time I watch him. I just, you can't get enough of it. And then what do you think of Mark Jackson not putting him top 5 in MVP voting? Because that's a joke, but I'll leave it at that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But shout out Jokic. Keep doing what you're doing. It's 27-24 with 3 minutes left in this first quarter, so we're going to put up a lot of points tonight. But we'll see how this game goes. Thanks for watching. I'm done. Peace. So I thought that was the end of the video, but yeah, so right after I said that 27-24 with 3 minutes left, the Nuggets went on a 19-0 run in the next like 3.5 minutes. That's batshit insane. Jokic in the first quarter had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and a block on 78% from the floor as a plus 18. Enough said.